What if Naruto was never weak, never alone, never abandoned by fate? Imagine a Naruto who never begged for acknowledgement because the world already feared his name. A Naruto whose parents didn't die screaming to seal a monster because they were strong enough to dominate it. A child born not into tragedy, but into absolute power. This isn't a story about struggle. This is a story about containment. Because when Naruto is born in Uchiha, when Minato survives with a Mangekyō Sharingan, when Kurama is tamed instead of sealed blindly, the entire Shinobi world changes. No massacre, no orphan, no underdog. And the most terrifying part? Naruto still smiles. Stay with me, because once you see how this version of Naruto grows up, you'll realize the original timeline never stood a chance. Naruto Uchiha is born into power, real power, the kind that bends history before it starts. His parents are both Uchiha, elite even by clan standards, and his father, Minato Uchiha, is not just Hokage level, he is a perfected weapon. His Mangekyō Sharingan is fully awakened before Naruto's birth, granting him mastery over space-time, Amaterasu level black flames, and perception so sharp that Madara schemes never fully materialize. The Nine-Tails attack never becomes a catastrophe. Kurama is summoned, yes, but the difference is control. Minato does not panic. He does not sacrifice himself. With Mangekyō precision and overwhelming chakra, he suppresses Kurama instantly, pins him with genjutsu amplified by Sharingan dominance, and seals him into Naruto cleanly, without tearing the soul, without desperation, without death. Kushina survives. Minato survives. The village never mourns. Naruto grows up knowing what lives inside him. There are no secrets, no lies, no fear. From the moment he can walk, his parents train him, not harshly, but deliberately. Chakra control first, emotional discipline second, power comes last. They teach him the truth early. Kurama is not a curse, he is a force, and forces exist to be mastered. By the age of 6, Naruto awakens the Sharingan, not through trauma, but through chakra overload during training. This alone terrifies the elders, and Uchiha child awakening dojutsu without hatred is unprecedented. By 8, his Sharingan evolves further, responding to Kurama's chakra, syncing with it instead of rejecting it. Naruto doesn't fight the fox, he listens. Kurama, sensing strength instead of fear, cooperates, not out of kindness, but respect. Minato personally teaches Naruto the Mangekyō path early, not awakening it, but understanding it. He drills one lesson into Naruto above all else. Power without control destroys the user first. Naruto learns Amaterasu theory, space warp perception, and advanced genjutsu resistance before he even enters the academy. By the time he does, he is already operating at Jonin level awareness. When Naruto finally awakens the Mangekyō Sharingan, it isn't through loss, it's through choice. His abilities manifest as absolute perception and chakra dominance, allowing him to synchronize fully with Kurama without losing himself. The strain, however, takes a toll. His vision begins to blur. The curse of the Mangekyō activates like it always does. But this timeline breaks another rule. Kurama heals him. The fox's chakra regenerates Naruto's optic nerves continuously, halting the blindness entirely. The Mangekyō's drawback becomes irrelevant. For the first time in history, an Uchiha exists who can use Mangekyō without consequence. By 12, Naruto is no longer a prodigy, he is a deterrent. The Uchiha clan never rebels because they don't need to. Konoha doesn't fear them because Naruto stands at the center, balancing both worlds. Madara never becomes a looming legend, the Akatsuki never rises the same way. And Sasuke? He grows up in Naruto's shadow, not chasing revenge, but chasing relevance. The world doesn't revolve around Naruto because he demands it, it revolves around him because it has no choice. By the time Naruto Uchiha enters the academy, the system is already failing to contain him. He doesn't struggle with basics, he doesn't slack off, he doesn't need attention. Naruto already understands chakra flow at a level most Jonin never reach. While other children learn hand signs, Naruto refines efficiency, shortening sequences, compressing chakra, optimizing output. His Sharingan stays dormant in public, but when activated in private training sessions, instructors quietly realize something terrifying. Naruto doesn't copy techniques the way other Uchiha do, he understands them instantly. Sasuke notices first. Not as hatred, not as jealousy, as fear, because this Naruto isn't chasing him. He isn't loud, he isn't reckless, he watches, he adapts. And every time Sasuke improves, Naruto has already surpassed that level without trying. Fugaku notices too, but instead of pressure, he does something unheard of. He steps back. He lets Minato guide Naruto's growth, understanding that this child isn't meant to be molded like other Uchiha. He's meant to redefine the ceiling. Kurama becomes Naruto's silent weapon during these years. Not a raging beast, not a suppressed prisoner, a power source under contract. Kurama teaches Naruto about raw chakra physics, density, pressure, dominance. Naruto learns how to layer Kurama's chakra beneath his own without triggering red cloaks or chakra leaks. This alone puts him beyond the reach of sensory-type shinobi. To them, Naruto feels calm, empty, wrong. The Genin teams are formed, and this is where the timeline snaps. Naruto is placed on Team 7, but not for balance. He's placed there for observation. Kakashi knows immediately what this means. The bell test doesn't last 2 minutes. Naruto reads Kakashi's movements before they happen, predicts feints, blocks without looking, and pins Kakashi using pure positioning, not speed, not power. Kakashi lets it happen. He needs to understand what Naruto is. During missions, Naruto never panics, never hesitates. He doesn't freeze against killing intent. When Zabuza attacks, Naruto activates the Sharingan openly for the first time in front of non-Uchiha shinobi, and the fight ends early. Zabuza realizes instantly, this is not a child, this is a weapon refined since birth. Haku never gets the chance to sacrifice himself. Naruto shuts down the mirrors by overwhelming the chakra network itself, forcing collapse through chakra dominance. He doesn't kill Haku, but he doesn't romanticize mercy either. He incapacitates him permanently. Naruto learns early, sparing enemies without removing threat is stupidity. The Chunin exams become a massacre, not because Naruto kills, but because no one can touch him. He doesn't reveal Mangekyō yet, he doesn't need to. Base Sharingan plus Kurama enhanced chakra control allows him to shut down opponents at the cellular level, Jinjutsu that disrupts timing, precision strikes that collapse chakra points, movement so clean it looks scripted. Gaara is the turning point. When Naruto faces Gaara, the tailed beast clash everyone expects never happens. Naruto looks into Gaara's eyes and Kurama forces Shukaku into submission through chakra dominance alone. No transformations, no speeches, just raw hierarchical power. Gaara collapses, mentally shattered, realizing for the first time that monsters exist above him. The invasion of Konoha fails instantly. Orochimaru never reaches the Hokage. Minato intercepts him personally. Naruto assists, not as backup but as insurance. Naruto activates Mangekyō Sharingan for the first time publicly, warping Orochimaru's perception, burning away regeneration with controlled Amaterasu bursts, and sealing him permanently. No escape, no curse marks, no lingering threat. This moment changes everything. The village doesn't cheer, they go silent, because now they understand. Naruto Uchiha is not a future threat, he is a current reality. The elders push for control, Minato shuts it down immediately. Naruto is not a tool, not a weapon, not a leashable asset. The political structure of Konoha shifts around Naruto's existence. Akatsuki reacts next. Itachi never leaves the village in this timeline. There is no massacre, no coup. Instead, Itachi becomes Naruto's shadow, monitoring external threats. Pain delays his plans. Obito hesitates. Madara's influence weakens, because the moment Naruto enters the world stage, the balance of power collapses. Naruto knows this, and he doesn't run from it. He accepts it, because unlike the original Naruto, this one doesn't chase peace through suffering, he enforces it through overwhelming certainty. By the end of Part 2, Naruto is no longer a ninja climbing ranks. He is the axis the Shinobi world rotates around. The moment Naruto Uchiha reveals his Mangekyō Sharingan to the world, the age of hidden power ends. There is no slow build-up anymore, no mystery, no legends whispered decades later. Naruto becomes a known constant, and the Shinobi world reacts exactly how it always does when faced with something it cannot defeat: fear, denial, and desperation. The 5 great nations meet in emergency summit, not to discuss war, but to discuss containment. That plan dies immediately, because Naruto doesn't wait for diplomacy to turn into conspiracy. Minato teaches him the final lesson of leadership early. If you allow fear to fester, it turns into betrayal. Naruto attends the summit himself. No guards, no entourage, just him walking into a room filled with the strongest leaders alive, and none of them can meet his eyes for more than a second without feeling exposed. Naruto doesn't threaten them, he doesn't negotiate, he makes one statement. There will be no more proxy wars, no more child soldiers used to settle political fear. Anyone who breaks this will be dealt with directly. Not punished, not opposed, dealt with. They understand what that means. From that moment on, the Shinobi world enters an unnatural peace, not born from cooperation, but from certainty. Missions drop, border conflicts stop, underground factions vanish overnight, because Naruto isn't reacting anymore, he's preempting. Akatsuki is forced to move early. Pain accelerates the plan. Obito drops subtlety. Madara's influence pushes them toward direct action because secrecy no longer benefits them. Naruto Uchiha's existence makes long-term schemes impossible. Every tailed beast they capture risks exposure. Every movement risks annihilation. Their first mistake is targeting Killer Bee. Naruto intercepts them mid-operation, not through tracking, through chakra resonance. Kurama senses Gyuki instantly. Naruto arrives alone. What follows isn't a fight, it's a demonstration. Naruto activates Mangekyō, Kurama's chakra layered beneath it, and overwhelms the battlefield so completely that Kisame is rendered unconscious from pressure alone. Itachi doesn't intervene, he watches. He needs to see what Naruto truly is. Naruto doesn't kill them. He seals Kisame permanently. He erases Pain's path bodies with surgical Amaterasu application. He looks directly at Obito through Kamui distortion, and Kamui fails. Naruto's perception pierces dimensional separation. Obito retreats for the first time in his life. Madara realizes something critical too late. Naruto Uchiha is not a successor, he is a correction. The tailed beasts begin to respond to Naruto instinctively. Kurama is no longer unique. Shukaku, Gyuki, even Son Goku
feel Naruto's chakra and recognize dominance. Naruto doesn't enslave them, he establishes hierarchy. The beasts understand one truth immediately. Naruto could erase them if he wanted to, so they listen. This destroys Madara's core plan. The infinite Tsukuyomi requires control of the beasts. Naruto dismantles the system by removing hostility. He establishes direct communication between villages and their Jinchuriki. No secrets, no isolation. The cycle of hatred doesn't end because Naruto understands pain. It ends because he removes the mechanism that creates it. Obito confronts Naruto personally. There is no talk no jutsu. Naruto doesn't argue ideology. He forces Obito into reality. He counters Kamui mid-phase, drags Obito out, and crushes his illusions by showing him a future where his suffering is irrelevant. Obito breaks. Not redeemed, not forgiven, neutralized. Madara resurrects himself anyway, and for the first time in history, Madara Uchiha is outmatched immediately. Naruto doesn't overpower him with raw force, he dismantles him conceptually. Madara's strategies rely on escalation, Naruto denies it. Madara relies on overwhelming presence, Naruto absorbs it. The Sharingan sees everything, but Naruto's Mangekyō sees intent. Every move Madara plans collapses before execution. Kurama amplifies Naruto's chakra beyond traditional limits, healing strain instantly, maintaining Mangekyō without degradation. Naruto doesn't need eternal Mangekyō, he doesn't need Rinnegan. His power isn't borrowed, it's stabilized. The battle ends quickly. Madara is sealed, not killed, because Naruto understands something Madara never did. Killing symbols creates martyrs, erasing relevance creates endings. With Madara gone, the Shinobi world enters its final transformation. The villages don't disband, they evolve. Naruto doesn't become Hokage immediately, he becomes something above rank, a living balance. Conflicts still exist, but they're resolved before bloodshed. Power structures flatten. Children are trained, not weaponized. Sasuke never defects. He doesn't need to chase darkness. He grows under Naruto's shadow and finds purpose in refinement, not rebellion. Sakura becomes a true elite medic warrior under Tsunade without trauma anchoring her growth. Kakashi steps down, knowing his era is over. Naruto doesn't smile less. He smiles with certainty, because this world no longer needs hope. It has resolution.
Naruto Uchiha does not become Hokage the way others did because by the time the world is stable enough to offer him the hat, the title itself has already lost meaning. The Shinobi system was built for chaos, for villages at war, for secrecy, for imbalance, and Naruto's existence dismantled every one of those pillars. He does not rule through fear, yet fear remains, not of his cruelty, but of his certainty. No army can oppose him, no ideology can outpace him, and no hidden plan survives long enough to become dangerous because Naruto sees the future of conflict before it ever hardens into intent. The tail beasts are no longer weapons. Under Naruto's mediation, they become sovereign entities, unchained, respected, but never dominant. Kurama, no longer bound by hatred, becomes Naruto's partner in truth, not strength. Their bond stabilizes Naruto's chakra permanently, elevating him beyond biological limitation. Aging slows, damage becomes irrelevant, Mangekyō strain ceases to exist entirely. Naruto's eyes evolve, not into a new dojutsu, but into completion. They no longer hunger, they no longer burn, they simply see. The Shinobi world changes quietly. There is no final war, no last battle, because Naruto understands something every other god-tier Shinobi failed to grasp. The greatest violence is unnecessary once inevitability is established. Villages stop training assassins and start training protectors. Missions become humanitarian, structural, exploratory. Borders fade, not erased, but irrelevant. Chakra becomes regulated openly, no longer hoarded as a military secret. Naruto doesn't enforce this with law, he enforces it with presence. Everyone knows that if the system is abused, Naruto will appear, and if Naruto appears, the conversation is already over. Sasuke becomes the world's sharpest blade, not for conquest, but for precision. He handles threats Naruto deems beneath intervention. Sakura becomes the architect of the new medical chakra doctrine, eliminating battlefield fatalities almost entirely. Kakashi documents the era, not as propaganda, but as warning, because Naruto himself insists on it. He wants future generations to understand. This peace exists not because humanity evolved, but because power reached a point where chaos became irrational. And that terrifies Naruto, because Naruto knows he is temporary. Even with Kurama, even with Mangekyō perfection, even with stabilized chakra, he understands one immutable truth: eventually he will die. And the moment he does, the world risks collapsing back into the cycle. So Naruto makes the most dangerous decision of all, not to rule forever, but to end the need for rulers entirely. He dismantles the Shinobi ranking system. He erases bloodline supremacy by sharing chakra theory openly. Dojutsu are no longer sacred. They are studied, understood, replicated artificially at lower levels, so no clan ever holds monopoly again. Naruto destroys the concept of chosen ones by making power accessible through discipline instead of genetics. This angers the old world. Elders protest, traditionalists resist. Naruto does not argue, he simply proceeds. The final threat does not come from Madara or Kaguya or gods. It comes from humanity's fear of irrelevance. A coalition forms in secret, rogue shinobi, former elites, remnants of power structures desperate to matter again. They attempt to assassinate Naruto using chakra nullification weapons developed specifically to bypass Kurama and Sharingan perception. For the first time in decades, Naruto is wounded, not badly, but meaningfully. And he laughs, because this is what he was waiting for. Naruto doesn't retaliate with force, he does something far worse. He forgives them publicly and dismantles their ideology completely. He proves, undeniably, that even without overwhelming power, the world no longer needs gods or monsters. He steps back, withdraws, vanishes from governments entirely. Years pass, decades. Naruto becomes myth. Children grow up knowing peace without knowing why. The shinobi arts become disciplines, not weapons. Kurama eventually separates from Naruto voluntarily, not as loss, but as graduation. Naruto ages normally after that. His hair grays, his chakra fades, and for the first time in his life, Naruto is simply a man. When Naruto Uchiha dies, there is no global mourning, because the world doesn't collapse, and that is his greatest victory. No wars follow, no madmen rise, no gods are needed, the system holds. Naruto is remembered not as Hokage, not as savior, not as god, but as the man who made himself unnecessary, and in doing so, he ended the shinobi era forever.